All right, my topic is, I don't know, kind of a fun one I was thinking about.
Okay. I like it.
If you could have any talent or ability, real.
Okay.
Real.
So
obviously.
not superpower.
No. Just like something that is
So realistic.
normal or semi-normal. It's realistic within realms of, doing, I guess.
Okay.
I love it.
What would that be? You could have more than one, I guess.
So you're talking not superpowers, but things kind of like
you're good at something.
like you have like you're really strong and can lift a lot of weight, or you can run fast, or
Like talents sometimes too. Like so you could have an ability, say,
like to play guitar or something.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking something like that.
Well, probably my biggest one would be I would just love to be like a world star chef. Like really, really good at cooking. That's
I thought you were saying you two were
I
world star.
I was expecting that too. World star.
No.
World star.
I would love to be really good at cooking. Like,
Dude, hey, when I
That
get
would be
my own
fun.
place and we have the kitchen,
We're gonna have some fun.
doing some cooking.
I love
shows.
eating, obviously.
Clearly, it's awesome.
Me too, as well. Also,
But-
Great to eat your own stuff that you
I mean,
cook.
it's an art in its own, though, if you really know what you're doing, and it's fun to make cool stuff and let others enjoy it. So
yeah, for sure,
I like that kind of stuff.
definitely.
It's like my bacon wrapped deer meat that
Deer
you guys.
steak?
Yeah, I'd like to hear about this someday.
We'll do it
Well,
next
you-
year. We'll do it
Weston,
next
you
year after I
hear
shoot
about
a
it all
deer.
the time. You
I
just never
know.
get to
I
experience
don't think
it.
he's ever talked about this before.
You have to be like
You got to be
the
part of. You got to be on
tippy
the
top
list.
echelons
Yeah.
of the friend group. to get
Every now and
invited
then
over
he
there.
reaches on.
I
He
know.
reaches out just a little bit. And he missed Weston that day.
I love how you guys just keep saying this to me all the time.
Well, I
Because
never
it's
got
true.
invited.
But no. Next
Don't
year
worry,
we'll do this
Weston will
after I
never
shoot
get
a deer.
invited.
I'll
So,
never get invited.
Next
Okay.
year,
The way it
Weston will
is.
do it
Jay-
after I shoot a deer.
Sorry. Jordan, would you rather just never get invited, or would you rather always get invited when you can't make it?
'Cause that's where I've been. That's where I've been.
Okay. All right.
Nick
So
totally planned it
I
and waited for him to not being able to go.
Guys, I completely forgot
And said
Mother's
y-
Day. Just come on.
Say it to
Your
the mic.
mother should
Say it to
be
the mic.
ashamed of you.
No,
so if we're gonna go with that, I would rather be
I just forgot it was
invited
Mother's Day.
and
and
not
not be able to
been
make
able
it,
to make
just
it.
because then I know that they were thinking about me.
But were they
invitation-
really
Unless
thinking
it
about
was
you?
all a
What was
ploy.
intentional? Like it was for us.
Unless it
where
was a
he only
ploy.
wanted us to think
You need
he
to
invited
clip that
us.
face Nick just made.
I mean, clips are on. People are able to clip from
Perfect.
the stream, so they can do that.
I'm sorry, people.
Yeah, I mean the thought's there.
Was it though the thought that he was just going to invite me when
Well,
he knew I wasn't going to be able to make
sometimes I
it?
experience with stuff, and I'm just like, I need taste testers. I should just invite everybody over then.
If you need a taste tester, I'm fat. I know food.
He's huge.
Huge.
Yeah, but it was like a Saturday night. Well,
It was Mother's Day.
it was Mother's Day.
So it
it
would've
was.
been-
It was a
The
Sunday.
day.
It was a Sunday night.
Oh yeah, he did do it on Mother's Day.
It was a Mother's Day. But hey, those potatoes though.
Oh, those potatoes are killer.
Yeah, I'd like to figure this out someday.
Maybe come to church that one day we had potluck. Maybe.
That was Father's Day.
I was there, but I actually had to go to see my family on Father's Day.
You could have maybe had a little bit of food then left.
He chose Mother's Day and Father's Day to do all this.
You know what?
He actually cares about the people who raised him.
You know what? Ooh,
Oh my goodness.
that's a shot,
Should we call up Nick's mom?
guys.
Get her on the stream.
Guys,
I
gonna
think
hang
you
out with
should
my
call
mom.
your mom and put her on speakerphone
Guys.
and apologize to her right
Guys,
now.
I called my parents on Mother's Day and Father's Day, and I said Happy Father's Day and Mother's Day.
And then he hung
in
up.
that order,
was
right?
all, that was all it was.
No,
He calls them Happy Mother's
Calls
Day.
on Mother's
hangs
Day.
up.
no.
Happy Mother's Day.
I call
Click.
them. We have good conversations, and I'll be like, "Hey, I'll see you at such and such."
I'll see
day."
you next
Never.
Mother's Day.
No,
I'll see you
No,
on
it's
your
alright.
birthday.
He goes
I
back
guess.
to real Iowa quite a
Yeah.
bit, so.
No, I don't. I don't go back to real Iowa anymore
That's because he doesn't care.
because I don't have my real friends like out here.
Aww. We're here.
Hey, Jordan, don't get up. Don't get excited. He's not
It's a
talking about
ploy.
us. He's not talking about us.
Oh.
No, seriously.
You see, he's talking about like Trevor and Hannah. Is what he's really talking about.
Oh, he doesn't care about me.
No.
Or you?
Or me.
Yeah,
We're in the
Trevor.
same boat.
Trevor, if you're watching
Dan
this,
maybe, but even then, he's still on the
I
fringe.
only got the one pity invitation that,
I was there.
I
Liz was
happened
there.
to be able to sneak in.
He probably more invited Liz, and I was just invited because of
Yeah.
marriage.
Probably.
that'll be
That's true.
hilarious. Liz,
Yeah.
you're here.
Just Just text Tim's wife and be like, "Hey, really want to hang out and have food?" And then Tim shows up.
no.
That's what you're making it sound like.
Well, no, it's also a group of people.
Like a group of people.
Oh,
I'm
well,
not
you
doing
said
this
you were
by
only invited because you were
myself.
married.
Well, yeah, like he
Yeah, you have
invited.
Trevor and Hannah.
Those are his real friends.
All right, moving on. Back to the conversation. Like I was saying, being a really good chef, cooking, that would be something,
That'd be
a
a
talent
good
that I would really like.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, like physical ability, maybe I would love to be able to do parkour.
Parkour.
I would love to do parkour, and not
Where's-
the office parkour.
Where's
actual parkour.
Trevor so you can get him hooked on it again?
Oh, he's already hooked on it.
I'm a
Just
parkour
not doing
face.
it because he tried that and it didn't work out.
Parkour.
I just don't have that
Gator.
physical ability and skill anymore.
Oh, I know for a
It'd be
fact
really
if I
cool.
tried parkour, I would kill myself
Yeah.
because my ankle could not hold up to it. I would fall and I would break my neck. Straight
So
up,
you get the Achilles.
dude. I sprained my ankle back in like 2017 when I was playing football with Tim at the church. Hasn't healed since.
I also
Like,
sprained my back that day. I don't know what we did wrong, but
I jumped up to try
Have
to
you
catch a
gone
football,
to-
and it has not healed. Like I still just walking at that concert Saturday night, walking down from the Emporium to the green space, standing there for the show and walking back, felt like my ankle was gonna blow up.
Dude, have you gone to like the doctor and be like, "Hey, what's up with this?"
No,
You probably should.
probably. I feel like
I
I'm
got
smart.
angry
Or like
after
to-
volleyball and Sparta kicked a wall and hurt my knee
No,
really
you
bad.
Sparta need a wall.
Wait, you Sparta need a wall?
Yeah,
I Sparta kicked a wall and it hurt my knee.
Yeah. It was.
it's okay.
There's some anger
Nick
there.
Nick got mad once and about kicked a door off its hinges.
Yeah, I did that. That was a really bad day. I got hit in the face twice. By
One by a
dodgeball,
future
and I was-
D1 pitcher.
Yep. Yeah, that was not fun. I hated that night.
I actually had to like I followed Nick. I'm like, Nick, are you like gonna go like break something?
I had to walk away. That's how I release my anger.
Break the wrist, walk away. Napoleon
Dude, I
you
thought I
don't-
broke the door. Like, there's a part of me. I'm like, Nick, I think you broke the door.
like Chris Snyder and I
That's
both
why
looked at
it's
each other like,
broken.
did you just break a door?
I almost did.
That's why it never opens anymore.
So Nick's ability that he
Hey,
wants
I'm on
would be-
facilities now. That's kind
There
of
you
ironic,
go.
right?
Better fix your mistake.
His ability would be to actually follow through with breaking things in. That's what he wishes he was able to do.
Honestly, that would be wonderful. But then again, things cost money, and I
Yeah.
don't like spending
And
money.
now he's in charge of spending that money to
yeah,
fix
and
it.
I don't want that. So I don't want to come up and be like, John, you just broke another light. Well, I got angry.
Dude, I'll never forget the day there that those girls were playing with that big...
Oh yeah, I still remember that.
Like
it was-
exercise ball.
Yeah, the
Exercise
giant
ball.
exercise ball. That's the word for it.
gosh.
And we
Oh,
were
yeah,
talking,
yeah.
and we're like, should we tell them not to be throwing that in there because they're gonna break a light? And Weston's like, no, I don't feel like getting up. I'm like, I don't either. Like, let's just we'll just let them
I
play.
literally said they're gonna break a light.
I know. I was like, they're gonna.
They need to stop. And look what happens. Like 30 seconds later, they break a light.
Yeah, just
And then
all of a
they'll
sudden
look
you
at each
hear,
other like-
you hear like crash, crash, bang, and just like you hear glass going everywhere because they knocked
And
the
then-
whole fixture off
I
the
think
ceiling.
I kind of walked in and helped you guys clean it up, and they're all just like looking at each other, and we're like, you just grab a broom.
Yeah.
Grab
Well,
a vacuum.
Maybe help
I
clean
was.
up your
I had to get a
mess.
ladder and like put the thing back
No,
up
we
on the
ended up
ceiling.
cleaning it all up.
Yeah, we
That
did.
was annoying.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Just
So,
walk
anyways,
away.
my topic or my thing would be if I could do anything like really, really well.
Sure.
I guess it'd be I would want to be able just to play guitar extremely good.
That'd be really cool.
I'm not. I own guitars, but I am not good at playing said guitars.
I'd like to play instruments. That'd be cool.
Yeah, like I wish I was musically talented. I can
Same.
I can
That's-
play things by ear, like with a really simple, like I can't do the full chords and stuff. Like if you just give me individual notes, I can go through and do that. So I can hit that part. But other than that, I can't do anything with music. I'm terrible at it.
You're telling me that was
Guitar
actually
or
going to be one of
drums?
mine.
For me.
Any instruments. Like, I've tried learning so many instruments. I was in the choir for a time. I tried to train my voice. It won't train. I've tried learning guitar. When I was trying to learn the guitar, I
You
could
tried
not
training your voice and it won't train, so you're just a bad trainer of voices.
Choo choo.
like a dog.
But no, like, I also tried to learn the
Train.
guitar. I've tried to learn piano. I tried to learn drums. So I was trying to learn the piano and the drums. I broke my wrist, and I also, you remember when I damaged my finger?
Yeah.
That happened when I was trying to learn instruments, and that kind of screwed me over. Like, to this day, my...
What instrument were you trying to learn where you hurt your finger that
No, he hurt his
No, it
finger
was
something
elsewhere.
else.
Oh.
And so
The
I had to
instrument of a
drop out it.
volleyball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's true. It's true. And so to this day, this finger will not play instruments properly. Like, it gets
It's heavy
locked,
metal piano. That's why he broke
Like-
his wrist.
To
it
be
locks,
fair-
and it will not move.
As a drummer, you don't need a pinky to play
also-
drums.
Broke a wrist.
Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
That'd be an issue.
It was very much an issue.
Yeah.
Had to drop out of those lessons too.
See, I know I can't play drums, and that's because I'm not.
Coordinated?
For the
Yeah, I
record,
don't
this
have
was
a-
for
Have
falling
no rhythm?
downstairs. So
What's that?
What?
I've never really given it a try, but I hate being bad at things. So.
See, I just know, like, even with Rock Band, right? And I know they say that's not real. What it's getting with the drums though, like getting the foot pedal to go at a different beat than my hands, I can't do it.
Drums are the most realistic thing on Rock Band.
They are, but
Like,
some
that's why I
people-
end up playing them every time
Yeah.
we play that.
Like if there's a bass kick in between, like let's say 2 snares, right? Like I want to hit it on the snares. I don't want to go like I can't do it at different times.
That's what they teach you is you got to go through exercises because naturally there is a string right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. I've played drums 10 years now, and I still have that string between left hand and left foot a little bit.
It's how your brain works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's the people that are able to get away from that and actually play drums well.
Shred on the drums.
It's incredible.
so
dude.
not me.
Like
I-
the Def Leppard drummer that just plays it with one
That's-
hand.
That's because he only has one hand.
Yeah,
But still, you had to train yourself to play with one hand.
It actually,
That's
I-
a talent in itself right there.
I'm going to let in
It
a little
also takes away
secret.
quite a bit of what
He
you can
does
do.
cheat a little bit, which is okay. You only have one hand.
I'll say if
He
you have
pu-
one hand, you're excused.
He has electronic buttons he hits with his left foot a lot. So, like, if he can't get to a snare drum because he's playing something over here, he'll play the snare, like an electronic snare drum with his left foot.
That's
I read.
fine, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still
Still.
playing.
Yeah.
Still shred on it.
You know what made me laugh one time, and this is totally
Something funny.
okay. I mean, no, but anyways, I never once realized that a drum set, like there's an electric drum set. I never even thought of calling it an acoustic drum set. That's technically what it is.
Yeah, like a normal drum set you think of.
I have been around instruments my whole life. Like my grandparents were music teachers at the school. Like I never once referred to it as an acoustic drum set. It was just drums and electric drums.
Yeah.
But it's actually like the technical term is acoustic drum set, and that just kind of blew my mind one day when I found that out.
It's just an unneeded word.
It is extremely unneeded.
Superfluous.
Might as well just call it a Jordan drum set for all that matters then.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
No, so playing guitar would be mine. That would be something I wish I could do. Otherwise, there's another thing too, and it would be just being able to do like mental math. Like I just math in general. I'm terrible
Like
at
at
it.
high
dude.
level, like huge
Just-
numbers and stuff.
Yeah, like
Ha, huge.
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 I straight
math.
up would
Doesn't
have
exist.
failed
It's
math
not
in
real.
school if it weren't for one of the
It's
study hall
flawed.
tutors.
It's not real.
He did all the homework for me on every single assignment and was like, as long as you get a 50% or higher on the test, you will pass the class. And that's all I had to do. So that I would get 100% on every single assignment, but then I'd get like a 50 to 55 on the test because I only get half of them right. I would pass with a D in all my math classes.
That sounds so sketch.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Do we need to send you back to high school?
They could pull your diploma.
No, they can't. Not after almost 10 years.
Well, you just
That's what
confessed.
you think.
That's
You
what
also
you think.
failed Spanish.
Let's try this
so-
out.
I did
dude.
fail Spanish. That's.
Jordan, you just confessed to like
Oh, I talk about that all the
4
time.
viewers.
No,
I
no,
talk about it all
not
the
the
time.
not the Spanish thing. You just confessed to.
Me no speaky.
Oh no,
but
I talk about the math thing all the time on stream too. Like I don't care. I'll talk about
I
it.
think this could be like a series. Let's go back to your high school.
What all did you
Say,
do
hey.
wrong?
Oh god, I don't even.
I
Me no
cheated
speaky.
through all of this. Is there any consequences for me telling you this?
and they would say no.
And they'd
Get
say
out of
yes. You have to come back to school.
he's gonna be. He's gonna be like Billy Madison. He's just
here. Back to school.
Back to school to prove to my dad that I'm not a fool.
And we just see Tracy in the background.
In his cop car, just sitting out there,
Yeah.
watching.
he's walking to
Have a
first
good
grade.
day.
Yeah, he's walking to
Bye,
Got
Yeah.
my
with his lunch pail.
backpack packed and my shoes tight. I hope I do not get into
fight.
fight.
All of a sudden, he's sharing a class with his little sister.
Hey, she's gonna be a senior this year, so if I'm
Nah,
going
he's
back to
definitely
first
a
grade-
freshman.
Oh yeah, you have to be a freshman.
Oh god, I'll be a stupid freshman. Now
Well-
imagine being like, because I'd be 27 when the school year starts. Imagine being 27 and being an underclassman at a high school. Like just the thought of
Well,
that.
none of us have to imagine this
We don't
scenario.
have
You're the one
to.
that just acknowledged your academic
Yeah, man,
fraud.
we actually
do.
kind of did our stuff.
You realize that all of us put in the effort and the work. We earned our degree.
Hey, I put in the effort and the work.
It was the
in
bare
every
minimum
class
effort, that's for sure.
except
But
for math.
That is usually required, though.
That is very required.
I think, what is it?
We're not-
6 or 8
One
credits
of
you
the
need?
cores.
I don't know.
We're not
You need
saying the
six
American
credits.
education system is good,
I
but
think they changed it.
I
still
took
gotta do
3
it.
years. I took 3 years. Of
I know,
math.
but I think they changed it to 8 now. Because,
Did they really?
like, right when I left, I think because
would've been
pre-algebra
screwed.
wasn't classified as... Yeah, everybody had to take algebra right when they got it as a freshman. even
only
though
need-
you
I
took
didn't
that
take
at middle
pre-algebra.
school.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I took
that in
algebra in middle school.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't in that, but I don't get it because I was really good at math till I got to the imaginary numbers, and I was just like, this is stupid.
Well, they don't exist.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's
Just
the
like
stupid
all
part.
of math.
Like
Yeah.
I could
I was
understand.
good
until I
hit the
Here's the thing.
imaginary
Here's the
part.
thing. I told my math teacher. I was like, I know the formulas in my head, but I don't know what they're
All
called.
he sees is a box, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta think outside
I
the
just
box.
remember my math teacher. She's like, "What is this formula?" I was like, "I can write it out. I don't know what it's called. You should know what it's called." I'm like, "Why do I need to know what it's called, even though I know what to
Pythagorean
use?"
theorem.
Quadratic formula.
Oh God.
But yeah,
No,
I was
I-
just like,
I
it
can
was
sing
weird.
that right now, and that's not.
Yeah.
I
Needed.
took algebra my freshman year,
Algebra is a separate
geometry
class.
my sophomore
Yes.
year, and then I took consumer math my junior year, which was essentially like if you go to the store and you buy $10.63
So
worth of
practical,
stuff,
but
and
easy.
you pay with a $20 bill, how much change do you get back? And like that would be the most complicated stuff in that class. Now that I can do. That was no problem. I got like an 80% in that class. I still miss questions because I mean,
I would hope you got at least an 80%.
no one said I was smart.
He probably answered one like, "I get all the change because I brought a gun to the store."
Hey, I mean,
That would be something you answer.
I'm not going to deny it. You're not wrong.
I can deal with the beginning levels of math in high school. Like you can use that stuff.
Well,
Get into calculus and stuff that's just pointless.
And you can't use a calculator on the
Get
test
into-
because you're not going to have it in real life.
well, guess
Yeah,
what?
you're not
Guess
gonna
what?
have a calculator
Guess
in
what?
your pocket.
I have to
Theoretical
do basic
math, and
math
there's just
at
no
work,
point.
and I use a calculator all the time.
Yes, they are all separate.
Yes, they are all separate.
Now you
Very
know why we
separate.
hate math.
Now you understand.
Math is the worst.
Honestly,
But I wish I could. You know what's weird though, is after I got out of high school, something like even after college, like that one semester, like I'd say like the last 5 years, right? Because that would be, yes, like within the last 5 years at some point. I don't know what just kind of clicked in my brain, but I can actually do some sort of mental math in my head way better than I ever could back then. Like something just kind of clicked and I'm like, okay, now I can do this. Like I know that. I'm not good at it still, but I can do it a lot better than I did back then.
Jordan had an epiphany of
did
math.
you guys? Speaking of math, did you guys do any rocket math back in like
What?
elementary school?
Rocket
Oh.
You guys ever heard of that?
Where you had like 100 questions and you had to
No,
do
it was
them all
like
in 10 minutes?
It was
You
like
mean
you get,
like
hold on, like
Aerospace engineering and stuff like that?
no.
Yeah, that's
Like
what we did in
rocket
elementary
science?
school.
No.
Yeah, that was.
It was like elementary stuff.
Yeah, that was an elective in
It was
in high
elementary
school for
stuff
me.
where you go, where it's like the rocket, and you go like from from A all the way up to Z or something, or like numbers.
Yes, a
And
lot of stuff is wrong with
And
our
it was just-
education
it was like-
system.
it was just like
but I'm just
I just
saying
know the
we didn't lose
fractions.
a war to emus, so
It's true.
that is true.
Wow.
What was it?
I'm
10,000.
sorry, still be my friend.
What was it? 10,000
Oh, boy.
rounds of ammunition killed about 1,000
I haven't
birds.
given you crap in a
Mission
while.
accomplished.
I'm sorry.
anyway,
wait,
Please
wait.
forgive me.
Wait, can we do some math? How many emus to how many bullets?
It was. Hey, honestly,
I didn't say it.
honestly, I know that it's 100 bullets for every emu that was killed in that war.
Mental math.
Nick's a history buff. He likes that stuff.
Okay,
Sorry.
So speaking of emus, in stream the other
Oh
night.
gosh,
In stream the
I
other
started
night,
something. I apologize.
PK was telling
Can of
me,
worms, Dan.
Don't leave.
PK was telling me that she hit an emu with her car on her way somewhere, and then hit the same one again on her way back, and it was still alive.
You can
That
see-
makes sense.
You can
Like,
see
those
why
things are
Australia.
supposed to-
You're
Dude.
supposed to kill that thing, but it takes a lot of effort apparently.
Oh, they're not real.
It's true. They're not real.
That's the tank division. Is the emu.
I mean, they are drones.
It's true.
Military
anyway.
Did we
drones.
ever finish this question? Like, what
No, we
talent do you
haven't.
want?
We
I
haven't gotten anywhere,
No.
man.
No, I think it was
No,
like
well-
Dan and Jordan.
Okay,
And
mine.
music
Yeah.
for me
What-
in general.
What
Yeah.
Weston said singing, that'd probably be mine.
Singing would be really cool
Singing
too.
would be really cool.
Because I
so.
can't sing now.
I can't sing
And
at
playing
all.
PK.
guitar really well. Like, I love watching guitar covers on YouTube.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
I like watching lots of.
I think for
cool
me,
stuff.
it would be
that.
being mechanically inclined. Like I can look at my car's engine and I'll be like, I know what everything is called.
You can take it apart, put
And
it back together
yep,
better.
Yep, and I could just, it's fine. Like
That'd
I
be
can-
cool.
So you want
That's
to be
useful.
you want to be able
That's
to actually
useful.
do that and not
That's
just say
very
you
useful.
can, and then you take it apart and realize you
I
made a
can't
big
do that.
mistake.
I understand like the
I can
basics.
take an engine apart.
Yeah, I can do
Anyone
that.
can take apart
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, let's be real.
But no, it's like just knowing everything about motors and generators and stuff like that, and like knowing where everything goes and
yeah.
just that stuff. Like I understand the basic stuff in your car, which everybody should know the basic stuff in their car. But if you don't, it's all right. It's
You
all right.
press one pedal, it goes.
Is it, though?
vroom.
Well, you gotta understand how.
There's
to
a
check
lot
your oil.
wrong with our society
you
right
gotta,
now.
You gotta understand how to check your oil, your transmission fluid, your coolant.
Yeah, you know
if
how
you
you
hear
check
weird
that?
squeak, if you hear weird squeaks, maybe you check your pulleys and your belts.
You want to know how you check that? A
What?
light comes on and tells you it's low.
Yeah, don't do that. That's bad. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Periodically check it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
maybe like every once a week or like
Car-
once
At
a
least
week.
monthly.
Once
maybe.
a week. That's that's pushing a little
To
bit.
be
never
fair,
know.
though, like my car,
I don't even do it.
I'm
Well,
not
say-
planning on
say-
having
say
for
your
a
car-
long time. So like anytime something like goes bad, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a couple $1,000 fix," and I'm like,
Oh.
"What is wrong if I don't fix it?" They're like, "Oh, I can sell it." And I'm like, "I'm not fixing
think,
it."
You think that's bad?
That's what my car is right now.
My brother's car was so bad that whenever he turned it on, a new light turned on. And he said, "I made it to the next level," because it was so bad. Like,
And it
he's
made
just-
a squeaky noise to celebrate.
oh man, it was terrible. Like check engine light came on and it was like blinking at him, and my dad's like, "Nothing's wrong with your engine."
Wait, it was blinking?
I think it was blinking at one point.
That's
usually,
not good.
Usually that just stays
But
on.
no, the sensors were
Usually
going
that
to
means
crap,
you're
and it
screwed.
was bad. Like everything was just going.
Oh, see, the only thing that's ever been wrong with my car where a light like would genuinely freak people out, and I think you've been in my car when it's done this because we've driven up to Minneapolis and stuff, is when I'm getting. It only does it when you would get on and off on an interstate, like you take the corners, right? Like if you turn too fast, the e-brake light would just randomly come
the
on,
AV, yeah.
and so it would pop up. Like it scared the
ABS.
crap out of my mom. She was taking my car to work one day, and she pulled over on the side of the road. She called me. She goes, "I don't know what to do. Your e-brake light came on," and I'm
Your
like, "Oh no!"
e-brake?
Like yeah, like you
The
pull.
ABS.
No, like when you pull the e-brake up and it just says brake,
Yeah.
like letting you know
The
it's
brake
engaged.
Just brake
We
light.
assumed it had the brake light
just
on.
brake
Tesla,
light.
yep.
Well, it doesn't it doesn't come on when you.
That's
Your
because
brake
hers
light
was
actually
brake
on.
on.
But anyways,
and it was rusting.
Rusted.
It was
bad.
rusted out. It was
really
It was
bad.
bad.
There was a pile on the parking lot.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
she called me one day and was like, "Your brake light just came on. Like it says your e-brake's on." I'm like, That's fine. Like my car just does that.
Just keep going.
She goes, "That would have been nice to know." I'm like, "I didn't think it'd come on for you because you're not getting on and off the interstate. And that's the only time it happens." But ever since I got my brakes replaced, it hasn't done it. So I mean, it's whatever. I don't care anymore. But yeah, that was
I had
that's my light story.
I had an experience like that in the winter. It's just so cold outside. We had that polar vortex, like negative
Oh,
40 degrees.
I don't work.
You mean like
Me
every
too.
year?
I had to scoop snow.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
walk around buildings. It was bad.
but anyways, my truck was flashing at me like brakes are out or something like that. I don't know. It was just, some light was blinking at me. I'm like, shut up. Like, I was like,
Shut up!
I was seriously getting mad at my truck. I'm like,
Punch
just
it.
stop.
You know, you fix those things. You put tape over the light.
and
No,
color
you
it
don't
up.
do that. No, I was like, it was cold. My truck doesn't like the cold.
Weston, I believe you said
Yeah,
music.
Weston said
stuff,
music.
right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, no,
everybody
we're going
said
down
it.
rabbit hills here.
Sorry.
So let's bounce back.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do? Anything?
I mean,
Cooking
other
would be
than-
fun. Being able to
Yeah,
Cooking
would
would
be
be
fun.
lovely.
That's a
I-
cool
I
one.
mean,
And
after
bake-
walking
cooking and
Shokugeki no
baking
Soma,
and grilling
I would
just-
love to cook.
Maybe I'll invite you guys over to my house and I'll teach you how to cook. Oh wait, we're gonna do that with Trevor and Hannah. So
You
At
don't
least
do that
we
with-
Yeah, you don't
admitted
do
it.
that with us.
You can go ahead and mute his mic.
That would imply that you cook
Yeah.
well.
Well, someone's not coming back for a fourth string.
Actually,
that's for sure.
yeah.
Well, we got Logan next week, so that's okay. Logan
true.
will be back.
We're low gaining someone.
Turn off your camera.
I have to
Just leave.
eventually anyway.
just leave.
No. Yep, he's gone. He's dead again.
Okay.
God dang, I hate you so
But
much.
anyways,
Oh, that was kind of cool.
I hate you so much.
All
But
right,
we,
should we call it then?
do you guys want to end it here?
Okay.